Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel if you're returning. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. This will be your life reading. It's for you and your person, your significant other, your special someone, whoever's in your life. It could also be that you may be meeting somebody at this time. But I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. So I'm seeing a couple of themes here. It depends really on your situation. So just take what resonates and apply it, whatever you can from the reading. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe. If you want to watch the live reading that's following before, otherwise just go to the timestamp below. Okay, so with the current situation, there's definitely a challenge here. But from what I'm seeing, it seems to me like there is a decision that needs to be made, or some kind of initiating action, whatever is appropriate for you. But it seems to be that some sort of decision needs to be made because you've got full moon in Libra here. But you have got, it's a bit of a challenge, the situation currently. You have got the square, which is about challenges. And this can be about uniting two different forces, or working things out, where you combine two different forces. It can also bring up weaknesses in things in an aspect, but it also can be about finding a way to deal with things. But there can be it can be a little bit difficult with the square because you're kind of juggling. You've got tension between two different aspects. And it can actually, as I said, be quite a challenge or puts pressure on a situation. You've also got you've got new moon in Virgo here. So new moon in Virgo does give me the feeling, especially with the new moon, that there is some kind of analysis or some sort of process that needs to go through to get your house in order. So whether this is an environmental thing, if you're already together with your, the environment that you're in together, or the literal cleaning up of your house. If you're living together, there could be sort of decluttering that's required, or some kind of letting go. But there's discernment required here. And this to me is like an analytical thing. And I feel it's to do with a decision. So you need to decide where this is going. So either, it's a decision that's facing both of you and you need to move forward on it. Or it could be one or either of you is wanting to make the decision. I feel it may be you. But there is some kind of course that needs to be plotted here. Some sort of discussion needs to be had, or some kind of direction needs to be decided on. It could also be that the relationship is going to a new level, or you may be deciding to go your own way at this time. Or it could be that somebody new is coming into your life now. So just see how it resonates. But with the new moon in Virgo, this is always about discernment. It can also be over-analysis, nitpicking about things. Perfectionism sometimes can come in, but it can also be the other way, where a decluttering needs to be happening, whether this is emotional or a physical decluttering, or it could just be old ideas and beliefs, or just making it clear what needs to be happening now. For the situation where this is the divine door, and it says the sacred lotus. So compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. So the lotus rises up through the mud to produce this exquisite flower that sits on the surface. So that's what you see. But the plant actually rose up through the muck, from the bottom of the riverbed, or the lake, whatever. It rose up through all of those layers. So it went through a lot. And I feel this is what needs to be looked at. The compassion needs to be brought in. The word compassion also came up in your life reading. There was also a lot of Mercury energy, which is coming up as well. So I feel that, as I said, some sort of plotting of the course forward, or going to the next level, or some sort of discussion needs to be happening here. some sort of direction needs to be given as to what is going to occur, what direction needs, you're going to be moving in. But there's compassion that needs to be applied because, there may be all kinds of things. You may have past relationship issues, or you may have other situations that are occurring at this time. But there's some sort of challenge. But it can be reconciled and it can come together. There's sort of, it could just be an external challenge, that's coming at your relationship at this time. Or it could just be that, there will be a gradual, things will get better gradually, but just at the moment, there is a bit of a challenge to the relationship itself or within the relationship. I do feel with the word responsibility here, I do feel that there's either too much of this or too little. One or the other. It could be too much. There could be too much weight, which is holding the relationship down, or it could be perceived responsibilities about certain things. It could also be that certainly there's this element of certainly for your person, freedom, the wanting of freedom. Whether this is freedom to try new things. Be a bit more adventurous either within the relationship or to do with actually movement, physical movement, freedom, or it could be to do with the freedom of ideas or the wanting to travel or the wanting to explore. There's some sort of freedom aspect coming in here. And it could also just be like putting aside certain responsibilities in order to bring more freedom up into the relationship, to make it more sort of exciting or more out of the routine, because Virgo can be very much about routine. It can be too much routine actually as well. So it could be that maybe certain things need to be changed up. There needs to be a sort of a freshening up or some sort of discussion or a new direction set here. Something to bring in the opposing directions and create a middle path. But the responsibility aspect, as I said, is not to be running away from it, but perhaps there's been too much of this and it's weighted heavily in the relationship and has sort of stifled things. Or it could be that there just needs to be a change of routine within the relationship, a change of things, new direction, something like that. Now for you, I feel that you're the one that is needing to make the decision here or to push things forward. If there's a discussion that needs to happen and some sort of new direction that needs to be made, I feel that you are the one that's needing to do this. And I feel that you need to do this or you want to do this. You've got Aries, the radical here, but between you and your person, the energies could be interchangeable. So see how it resonates with you. But the Aries energy is always about moving forward, action. Now, in your life reading, the fire element sign came up. So this could very well be to do with something to do with this relationship. There could also be a makeover required here in the relationship, some sort of makeover, as I said, some sort of new direction. It could be going to a new level or a new direction or some sort of freshening up, or it could be going in different directions. Your person going one way, you going the other, or you may need to let them go off and do something. It depends on the situation, because the full moon in Libra can be also a makeover of some sort of freshening up or some sort of direction that needs to be given. But I feel that you need to be doing it, because the Aries energy is always initiation energy, moving things forward or trying new things, or the initiation. That is the Aries energy, the idea and the initiation, action, courage. And it can also be a bit selfish. So maybe you have been holding things in and there needs to be more fresh air or more freedom allowed. It depends on the basis of your relationship. But the Aries energy is about action, going forward, driving things forward. But I feel it's also very fiery and exhilarating. But it could also be that this fire needs to be stoked or some sort of direction needs to be set. And this is the person that's going to be needing to do that, to actually come up with the idea and push it forward. And I feel your person will be on board because they've got a lot of freedom energy around them at this time. Then you can work towards that sort of initiating or going to a new level or some sort of new direction. But there's a discussion that needs to be held here. You've also got, this is your divine door. Morning memory, its healing gift runs a destined course, the morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. So it's saying that there's also some thought required here. some going within and some thought. Don't just rush in. Don't just rush in, and you may want to be impulsive. You may want to take charge and do all those wonderful, exhilarating, courageous things. But just do a little bit of, forethought. Go within and come up with what needs to be done. It's going to come to you from within. I feel that is what it's saying there. And they've got here, this is the divine door. They've got two actually. Freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. So they're dreaming a lot at the moment. They really are dreaming a lot. They're dreaming of either travel or some adventure, obviously with you or on their own, depending on your situation. But if this is a new person coming in, then this person is quite adventurous and likes to travel or likes to get out and about, more happy-go-lucky, adventurous kind of a person. But also, it's kind of like very generous energy as well. So they could be very much like that if it's a new person coming in. So you could be falling in love. That's also indicated by this. You could be falling in love. And this is a new person and this is their energy, but there's some housekeeping that needs to occur or some sort of discussion, okay, about what is the direction for this. Because this person is quite flexible and is definitely on board. They're enthusiastic. They're also very generous, as I said. And they may be a little bit independent in some ways, but they like freedom, but they also may be thinking about that, dreaming about traveling or going on an adventure with you or however it's playing out. They've also got this card here, and walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people, the earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. So they may be involved in environmental things, or they may be interested in that, or they may be wanting to go on in some sort of exploration and do something to do with that, or they just may be learning certain things at this time from their environment or what is going on, or they may just be very curious about what is going on. So it could be that they may be wanting to explore a bit and just discover more things or find out about things, or they could be interested in earthly activities or growing things or learning things about natural medicines or something like that. But there's some sort of adventure or some sort of exploration, whether it's purely internal or external, that they're wanting to go on here. As I said, there's some sort of discussion because we've got the Mercury card, which is the communication card. And this is about your words and your thoughts. Analysis does come in, but don't go into paralysis, overthinking things. But there's some sort of expression or discussion or talk that needs to happen here. A decision going to the next level, or some sort of course that needs to be put into action. And it's also about understanding and curiosity and learning and having some kind of when you're learning something or when you're discovering something about somebody, it's kind of an exploration. There's a discovery that goes on there. There's curiosity. It's also about perception and understanding and understanding and learning and looking and listening and paying attention to detail as well, being attentive. That also comes in with a Virgo, paying attention to detail or being attentive to the person or to the situation. With the full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. So this is saying that there's give and take required here, but there may be a decision that needs to be made. Okay, but there's give and take, support and compassion for each other, give and take, mutual support. So it could be that the relationship is going to a new level, or there's some kind of going in different directions, or it could be a new person coming and falling in love. Or it could just be that you're falling in love with this person. It may have started out as a love affair and now it's going, deeper than that, which is the level change, which I'm talking about. But there's give and take, there's balance required here. It can also be, as I said, some sort of makeover, some sort of new orientation is required. And full moon is always a culmination. So I feel there's a discussion or something that needs to come to the surface like the lotus coming to the surface. So something needs to be some sort of blossoming or discussion or change of direction or new direction. We've also got here a distance kiss and a prayer flag. That is the divine door. And it says, a distant kiss in a prayer flag. I wish all of I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. So if you are not together, then there is definitely missing going on between the people, between you both. There's some sort of distant kiss and a prayer flag. So this is like missing the person, wishing that they were around or wishing that they were with you. Okay. Now this can also apply to a mental distance. So it could be that your person is off dreaming about things and you are wanting to pull them back. And this is where this missing or wanting to bring them into your space again. So it could be that, you know, it could be representative of that. But there's definitely some kind of missing energy here, as in missing the person or missing some aspect of them or wanting them in your life. So if you want this person in your life, if you're falling in love or you're going to a new level, then you need to then this needs to be articulated in some way, and this is why you have got the Mercury communication card. There's something that needs to be said here, or discussed, or some kind of plan going forward, or it could be that this person wants to go off and do something and you may just have to put yourself on hold or put the situation on hold until they have done this journey. So take it as it resonates for your situation. So hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.